Hi everyone. This week and next week, I'm going to spend some time introducing you to some people that are going to be offering some of the best education, training, and certifications for building envelope inspections and air tightness testing. I was able to catch up with these folks at the ABAA conference in Orlando, Florida. So this week we'll spend some time talking with Laverne from the Air Barrier Association of America. Hi everyone, well we're here at the ABAA conference here in Orlando, Florida, and with me here is Mr. Laverne Dalgleish with ABAA, the Air Barrier Association of America. Laverne, you guys have some new stuff going on, some new training opportunities and new certification. Tell us about it.
We got lots of things going on, but the one that we're really focusing on right now is our whole building training and certification. As we look at air barriers in buildings, the only thing that we can really tell whether an air barrier is properly installed is to test the building after construction. We got assembly tests and material tests, but that's all laboratory. And the one question I got asked from both code officials and owners of buildings is, how do I know the person knows how to do the job right? And especially if they happen to not meet the requirements of a particular state. And so the answer to that is proper certification in accordance with ISO 17024, and then a training manual to go on that. So we're just launching it. In 2 weeks' time, we'll run our first course, and then we're going to take it around the United States.
That's great. And I mean, those are good questions to bring up too, because as more states come on to bring in air tightness testing and pay attention to the building envelope, those are valid questions. Like, how do we know that how do we know this person is serious about what they're doing, that they know how to use the equipment, and they know how the process works? A lot of us that are in the industry understand that in order to get a good quality air barrier, it really has to start at the design stage and then follow through to the testing. And you guys are looking to be that resource to show folks how to do that.
Yeah, so we started in 2000 for the whole idea of making an airtight building, so we knew that the installer has a big impact on whether the job is done right. You can't see air leaks, so you have to trust the person that's doing it. And so over the years, we've had a lot of training and certification of the installers and so on. But we really didn't have a means until now to test whole buildings with the new standard, the ASTM E3158, and to bring it back into the mainstream. The other thing that we've done is, and you've been part of it in Washington State, we've worked with the local people because there's a lot of questions and anything that comes out new. And so we try to put what I call a program together of how we could work with them, how we could educate, how we could work with the contractors, testing industries, everybody, and come up with a means that we could take it to every state and help them implement whole building testing as they require.
Now that's great. I know here in 2 weeks we have the first training that's getting kicked off in Seattle. And I know you guys have some plans to do some more to follow up after that. For any companies out there that are dealing with air barrier installation and testing, how do they get involved?
Best thing is just go on our website, airbarrier.org, and send us an email. We can give you some information. We have some brochures. I actually got them printed yesterday. They can sign up. We're going to have courses all around the United States, so if we know whereabouts people are looking at it, that helps us to design where they go. And we really need them out there. The second question answered is, do we have enough people out there that can handle the demand? And so we want to be able to go back to everybody and say, yes, we got everybody out there, here's where they are.
That's great. Well, I know you guys are pretty active on some of your social media channels too, on LinkedIn. I know you guys are sharing quite a bit, so that's probably another good place to follow along with what you guys are up to. What else, Laverne? What have we missed?
Probably the biggest issue is research. There's a lot of issues out there that the construction industry hasn't really dealt with. Air and water leakage of fasteners as we put cladding systems on and so on. And down to some of the test methods as you're doing construction. So whole building is great, it gives us a number for the whole building. We're also working on an air leakage control technician, which will help find where the leaks are, if there is leaks. And
so things like thermography
and smoke generations and so on. Because the issue is, there's one thing to know that you have an airtight building, but if all that air leakage is in one hole, that's a massive amount of water that goes through there. So those are the types of things that we follow through to make sure that the person is going to have a high performance building.
That's great. Well, I'm looking forward to see what you guys do. Looking forward to being a part of these trainings, and again, if you guys are looking forward to getting involved, reach out. They're pretty quick to respond, and they've always been a great resource to help our industry move forward. And Laverne, thanks for the chat.
Thank you very much.
Always good to see you.